Hello again, everyone. Continuing on with our story of Jesus. I'm going to go back a little bit. Previously on, it was night. Jesus took his friends to a garden. There Jesus prayed, and there Judas carried out his bad idea. He led soldiers to the garden. He showed them where Jesus was. Jesus knew he would, and it was all right. Jesus went with him. You see, it was time for Jesus to die. God had planned it long ago. Jesus knew it would happen when he came to the earth. He came to take the punishment for all the wrong things anybody had ever done or ever would do. And now it was time. The soldiers took him to the leaders. The leaders did not believe he was God's son. They said he must die because he calls himself the Son of God. So they killed Jesus on a cross. It was a sad day for Jesus' friends. I know what you're thinking. You want to be done with this because it just got super depressing. But remember, God had a plan all along. All right, let's continue. But his friends did not know that God had planned a wonderful surprise for them, and they would not be sad for long. After Jesus died, a rich man named Joseph took Jesus' body. He put it in a special cave, a tomb. He rolled a huge stone over the opening of the cave. The leaders sent guards to watch the cave to make sure no one could take Jesus' body. But early Sunday morning, there was an earthquake. An angel came from heaven and rolled the stone away. When the guards saw him, they shook with fear and fell down. One of Jesus' friends, named Mary, came to the cave tomb early that morning. She saw the stone was not in front of it, so she went in. She saw an angel there. Jesus is not here, the angel said. He's alive. Go tell his friends that they will get to see him again. Mary was not sad anymore. Jesus was not dead. He was alive. She ran back to tell the wonderful news. At first, Jesus' friends did not believe her. No way. But she was right. Jesus did come back to see them. He really was alive. Late one day, Peter, James, and John, and some of Jesus' other friends were together by the Sea of Galilee. I'm going fishing, said Peter. We'll go with you, said the others. They sailed out in their boat. They threw their nets into the water, and they waited and waited and waited. All night they fished, but they did not catch anything. Early in the morning, they saw someone standing on the shore. He called, "Have you caught any fish?" "No," they yelled. "Throw your net on the other side of the boat," the man called. So they threw the net on the other side. All at once, fish filled the net. John looked at Peter. "It's Jesus," he said. Peter was so excited, he jumped into the water. He swam to the shore. It was Jesus. He made a little campfire. He cooked fish and bread on it. "Come and have some breakfast," Jesus called. They did not have to ask who he was. They knew he was their best friend Jesus. He was alive, and he had breakfast. Jesus led his friends to a place near Bethany. He lifted his hands up and blessed them. "Tell other people about me," he said. Then he went up into the sky. A cloud hid him, so his friends could not see him. They stood looking up into the sky for a long time. All of a sudden, two angels stood beside them. "Why are you still looking at the sky?" the angels asked. "Jesus has gone up to heaven. Someday he'll come back, the same way you saw him leave." Then the friends went back to the city with joy in their hearts. Jesus had taught his friends many things that they would always remember. They would always remember that he said, "Do not worry or be afraid. Trust in God and trust in me. In God's house there are many rooms. I will go to make a place ready for you. Someday I will come back and take you with me so you can be where I am." Before Jesus went home to be with God, he told his friends to stay in Jerusalem. He said they would get a gift there. So his friends waited in Jerusalem. Now there was a great holiday coming called the Pentecost. Many people came to Jerusalem from far and near to celebrate that day. The friends of Jesus celebrated too. Suddenly, they heard a sound like a strong wind blowing. and they saw something that looked like little flames of fire resting on them. Then God's Holy Spirit filled them. This was the gift Jesus had told them to wait for. They began to speak in languages they did not know. The people who were there from other countries heard Jesus' friends speaking, and they could understand them. The languages Jesus' friends were speaking were the same languages they spoke. The people were amazed. This is what God promised us, Peter said. Then he told everyone about Jesus. Many people believed in Jesus that day.